Big breaking news points that you want to make right now, right off the top of the hour.
Let's get to Idalia now with Cat 2, Michelle, with winds about 100 miles an hour. That's the first breaker there for you. Notice, though, Wednesday 2 a.m., not 125 miles an hour, but 115. And then by 2 p.m. Wednesday, a Category 1 hurricane across the Florida-Georgia line. The other big story, of course, as you just mentioned, we're in it. It's here. The northern fringes of Idalia have arrived here in central Florida. The first warnings of the day have come on down. You can see they are focused there across the southern reaches of our viewing area, but are rapidly moving northward at about 30 miles an hour. There's a live look at the radar right there now on our Barron's Link system. And the one thing that has been catching my eye is the shear with some of these storms. You have a decent amount of wind shear there near Palm Bay and on the northern side of that particular severe warned thunderstorm there. And then, you know, the Barron button shows hail, but these are warm core systems, so it's more of a wind-induced thing more than anything else. All right, let's go back to the warnings here on WSI 1. I want to kind of break these down for you individually right now and kind of show you what it looks like. The first cell down there, Palm Bay, Melbourne. This is racing very rapidly now to the northwest at about 30 miles an hour, impacting over 100,000 people, quickly moving towards the western side of the city of Melbourne. The one thing that we've been noticing, and remember now, we are very, very close to the Melbourne radar. And when you're that close, your validity factor is quite a bit higher, meaning there's a lot more truth than being a good ways from the actual radar itself. So 46-mile-an-hour winds with that particular thunderstorm. And then we've got this new cell that has rapidly developed in and around Point Siena. It got a little bit of an outflow collision ongoing as well. So we'll watch this for Kissimmee over towards the Meadow Woods area going forward. And then down here, you can see a little push of wind right there. And if I stop the loop, you'll see that we've got some pretty impressive winds now ongoing right over the lake there just south of Kissimmee in that 30-35, but it's growing and moving rapidly to the north, and those winds are going to be increasing. Last but not least now, look at Bithlo. Back towards Wedgefield, very heavy rain. You know, we start getting into these tropical downpours. We're in the heart of rush hour right now. One of the things we can show you is the rain rate. You know, tropical features can produce a significant amount of rain in a very short period of time. You could pick up 2 inches of rain in a matter of a half an hour because of just the water content in some of these cells. So there's the wide perspective. Polk, Osceola, Brevard County, now in the heart of it here. While we take a look at the eye of the storm itself, there's Fort Myers. There's the eye on the Tampa Bay radar, just to the south and west of the Tampa Bay area. I'll go ahead and put a little bit of an arrow here on there for you so you can kind of see exactly where that eye is for folks at home that may not be familiar with the radar. It's right there, and it's going to be moving off to the northeast. And we are worried now with all of this tropical moisture about the potential for flooding and severe weather. And with more on that, here's Marquise Maida.
Thank you very much, Tony. We're taking a look at the futurecast in which we did see that feeder band move across central Florida. We're going to play that out now heading into Wednesday morning. A couple other bands heading our direction just before landfall. Now, keep in mind, although we are very far away from the eye of the storm, we do see those stronger winds across the I-75 corridor associated with those heavy rain showers. Take a look now. Ocala, we've got winds coming at you from 30 to 35 mile per hour speeds. We see those in Wildwood too, but here's a look at the track. You see that moving across the Big Bend area, sliding in from the south and the west, but stronger, gustier winds now hitting 50 mile per hour speeds out towards Ocala. Wildwood, 46 mile per hour speeds. We see that path now continuing across that Georgia-Florida line, but the rain doesn't stop here in central Florida just yet, and neither do the winds, right? Still showing 20 to 25 mile per hour winds into the middle of the day on Wednesday. So here's a check of your severe threat. More so across the I-75 corridor, we're showing that scattered severe risk today. Now that it's going to shift towards the northern Florida on Wednesday, when we do have that landfall early in the morning. That's where we show the bigger severe threat. Not only gusty winds, but heavy, relentless rain showers early throughout the day on Wednesday. And of course, across the Big Bend area, storm surge is going to play a major role in the forecast as well, especially with the flood threat. More rain towards I-75, though, today and into early tomorrow morning. That's going to increase that flood threat. You're going to mix that with the storm surge across Perry as you head towards that Big Bend area. Very likely flood threat as we continue towards the midnight hour. So here's what we're checking out in central Florida. Here's a look at your impacts. Flooding, medium threat, tornadoes. Of course, we're on that upper right quadrant of the storm. We do call it that we'd call it the dirty quadrant, in which we do have a risk for tornadoes. We talked about those severe storms. We're under 2 severe thunderstorm warnings as we speak. That number likely to increase as we move further in time throughout the evening and into your overnight hours. Beach erosion, not too much of a factor here for Central Florida, but we will see an increased storm surge as you head towards Volusia County early tomorrow morning, with that eye coming on shore and then making its trip towards the Florida-Georgia line. So here's a look out the door right now. Your visibility is falling as the storms draw nearer to you across Melbourne, with a temperature heading into 5 o'clock right around 88 degrees, a little bit warmer to our north, 92 in DeLand, Daytona Beach, 90 on the dot. And we'll take a look at that 12-hour forecast. You see those ongoing showers and storms all throughout your overnight hours. That'll take you down into the lower 80s heading into the morning tomorrow, just before landfall at 7 o'clock. And here's a look at your county by county impacts. Worst weather coming your way early out the door on Wednesday morning if you are in Marion County. Keep in mind, Marion County is a little bit split at the moment. Better chance for hurricane impacts under a hurricane warning to your west of I-75, where we could see those maximum wind gusts of 60 to 70 miles per hour plus. But of course, all across Marion County, that's where we are anticipating heavy rain showers. Rainfall could range between 4, maybe even 5, 6 plus inches. We'll head further south to Osceola County. Similar rainfall, but the winds dial it back just a little bit. Maximum wind gusts across Osceola County between Wednesday morning and Wednesday afternoon, right around 50 to 55 miles per hour. And you still have that tornado threat too, moving across Central Florida. And we'll take a look at one more county before we send it back over to the desk. Impacts for Brevard County, we see those now. Ongoing severe thunderstorm risk. We have that chance for any tornadic outbreaks, possible spin-ups. And of course, you guys have an increased chance for showers with those stronger thunderstorms moving through. Could see about 1 to 3 plus inches of rain. We'll check in with more counties in just a bit, but let's send it back over to the desk.